Yeah, what a great way to finish out the season on Tuesdays for us. 8-2 record. That's remarkable. A heck of a job for our guys. The whole year. Tuesdays not playing Tuesdays for us last year because of COVID. We played a couple and then we shut them down. So for this team to really grind through the year and go 8-2, it's impressive. Drake Fry is just what a great story to see him get out there and pitch. I mean, he's been battling injuries and banged up throughout the year, and just never giving up, believing in himself, getting the opportunity, making the most of the opportunity tonight. And you could just tell the team's vibe behind him while he was on the mound was special, and it shows you kind of what type of kid he is and the character he has, and his place on this team. So really proud of him. Great to see. A bunch of different guys come in on the mound. Dolak did a great job getting his opportunity. Sash doing his thing. Gabe Maya touched the ball tonight, got out of a jam, and then Ry Rob doing his thing there at the end. Getting us out of the big spot in that eighth inning with the runner on. And just it's a total team effort. In my mind, defense flawless again. I think that's about 4 games in a row for us. With playing great defense, and then the offense doing its thing. The conveyor belt, passing the torch, if you will. Starting with Chase and getting 2 knocks, I think, up top tonight, and getting things going. And then Peraza putting great at bats together. And Simby didn't have a lot tonight, but then the guys picking him up behind him. Ricketts picks him up. Another RBI, hitting the ball well, smoked the ball off the wall to right center, smoked the ball to center. And then Jack Costello, what a great night, 4 for 5 with 4 RBIs. So all the way through, Cody had a couple RBIs tonight too as well. DA had some good at bats. RJ swung the bat well, Max swung the bat, and then having Will Worthington come off the bench, get a pinch hit there, walk, and then get a knock there late in the game in the 8th. Super proud of Will and all the work he's put in. So total team effort. Really proud of our guys, and 8-2 on Tuesdays. Can't complain about that.
Talked about this a lot with team wins. I mean, is that something you guys need to be able to do to win in the postseason? Put together team wins and not have rely on certain players.
Yeah, I just talked to the guys about that after the game tonight. And I just reminded them. I said, "Hey, you guys, remember this feeling and how it's on both sides of the ball, right? Pitching, defense, and then the timely hitting, the team offense, and it's the stuff that we talk about on a day-to-day. It's consistent message, but now you start to see the team, really kind of form together with it, and they know what's at stake. They know where we're at in this whole thing, and they know that postseason baseball is around the corner, and we put ourselves in good position to hopefully be there, and first things first is to get some rest and look forward to playing Gonzaga the following weekend.
43 players used in tonight's game. Both teams. You've been part of something like that before?
Probably, but maybe not a 9-inning game, maybe an 18-inning game or something like that. But it's kind of a Tuesday deal, and that's the thing where you try to get guys opportunities and touch the ball on the mound and get some at bats as well too. So. Kind of a crazy night tonight, but we'll take it.
I guess put up 9 runs, going against a pitching staff that used not off the top of my head, but a lot of guys. Is it difficult to have to face a different guy almost every single time? Only getting 1/3 of an inning out of a guy?
Yeah, it's difficult. Talking about the question of difficult facing a guy every inning. Coach Kirby brought that up to the guys after the game tonight and said a heck of a job of handling the adversity of facing a new guy every inning. And sometimes there was 2 guys in an inning, right? So it was credit to our guys to be able to stick with our plan and our approach. And do what we do and kind of control the at bat. I think we had 9 walks or something like that tonight too as well. So credit to our guys for owning the strike zone and that plate discipline.
You guys used the double play again a couple innings as well. Sashin was able to. He didn't put up the strikeouts like everybody else did, but worked 2 double plays. I mean, how important is that? Something you won't see in a box score.
Yeah, 100%. It was a great double play by my drop there. Guy was off and running. Could have been a bang play, but hard hit ball, and he had the confidence to be able to give that ball to Cody and turn that double play. And then Cody turned the double play on his own. I can't say enough about our middle infield. with Jeffries and Mydroth and up the middle, but just done a heck of a job for us. Turning double plays, I think we have a lot of double plays turned this year more than we have in years past. So it's been exceptional. When you're strong up the middle, it's, you always talk about that as a coach. You got your catcher, second baseman, shortstop, and center field. It's been pretty consistent all year for us. So really proud of those guys, and let's continue it forward.
I mean, it might seem redundant from us asking you, but you mentioned it in the pregame today about being relentless, and you guys gave up 2 runs in the top half of the 7th, and you answered again with 4. I don't know how many times I've asked you about it this season, but we'd like to see that the fact that it's not just beginning part of the season or in the middle, but it's happened the whole season.
Yeah, and that's something that starts day one in September. It's talking about how it starts with the team part of it. It's being selfless, right, and knowing what's at stake. And when you get punched, you got to punch back, so to speak. And they put 2 runs up in the 7th, and I couldn't be more proud of our guys to not only answer back with 1, but they answered back with 4. And it says a lot, like you said, about the attitude and the resilience and kind of that relentless mindset that they have. So pretty cool to see tonight.
Last thing, for me, kind of like a negative side, the 14 guys on base, left the bases loaded 3 innings in a row. I mean, obviously you got the win 9-2, but from an offensive-minded coach that you are, how frustrating is that? And what are some things that you guys can do moving forward? Try to keep adding runs as the game goes on.
It's frustrating, but at the same time, being a hitter, being in the box, and knowing how hard it is to hit, you also have to put things into perspective and flip the script and go to the next page, right? And you got to love your guys. You got to be positive with them. It's not always going to work out, number one, right? But you got to believe that you'll get opportunities late in the game that hopefully you're putting yourselves in position for it to work out, right? Guys like Simi tonight. No one more wants it bad enough more than that guy, right? And with him not coming up in those spots, if you will, that's where Ricketts as a team picks him up. That's where Costello picks him up, and that might not always happen, but that's the guys' mindset, and that's what they believe, right? And if we can continue to hang our hat on that, then we should be okay.
Are you able to, from a manager perspective, even though you're frustrated, maybe that you're not putting in runs, inning after inning, but having opportunities to keep the kids positive through that, and how difficult is that as you become more of an established head coach in the first year?
Yeah, I think it's just understanding the game of baseball, right, and understanding, knowing how hard it is. Like when I played, and knowing that it's not always going to work out. Like you could barrel up a ball and line drive and smoke some at somebody and still not get that run home just as well as a pop up or a strikeout. But being positive, and loving our guys as much as you can, and knowing that they will come through the next time, I think is the most important thing. And then that kind of spreads that contagious mindset along the dugout.
Real quick, what's the next week and a half look like, and then obviously what's the opportunity next weekend?
Yeah, no, it's exciting. I told our guys, I talked about it on the pregame show with Braden earlier, Jack, and I think it's if I went down the line the other day in the team meeting, and I asked our guys, and I said, hey, if you were to be told you're having the year you're having before this year individually, would you take it? And they said, yep. And then they also asked the group as a team, like where we are at right now. Would you take it? Yeah. Okay. All right. So, and that's kind of the mindset, right? Whatever happens this weekend in conference, we're fired up to be in the position we're in for the following weekend. And right now we're focusing on school. We're focusing on getting our rest, getting our health back in tip-top shape. And we're going to be ready to rock and roll next week.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.